Seni çok özledim.
Ben de seni.
Seni öpmek istiyorum.
Öp beni.
Seni çok özledim.
Ben de her anını.
Birlikte daha çok zaman geçirelim.
Harika olur.
Bunu görmezden gelemezsin.
Bu kadar basit değil.
Ama gerçek bu.
Henüz hazır değilim. Hazır olman lazım.
The tension in the air is thick enough to cut with a knife as the scene shifts from the smoldering ruins of the past to a high-stakes confrontation in a dimly lit office where power and betrayal collide. Chihan stands firmly by the window, his reflection ghostly against the glass, as he stares out at the city lights, knowing that every move he makes is being watched by eyes he once trusted. Suddenly, the heavy oak doors swing open, and Hakan walks in with a smirk that suggests he holds all the winning cards, throwing a thick folder onto the mahogany desk, which contains secrets that could destroy empires. Chihan doesn't flinch. Instead, he turns slowly with a calculated calmness that hides the storm brewing within his soul, and he speaks in a low, gravelly voice about loyalty being a currency that Hakan has clearly run out of. The dialogue shifts into a psychological chess match, where every word is a trap and every silence is a threat, as they argue about the inheritance of a legacy built on blood and sacrifice. Meanwhile, in a parallel scene, Ela is seen rushing through the narrow corridors of an old hospital, her breath hitching in her throat as she searches for the room where the truth about her lineage is hidden in a dusty medical file. She finds the room but realizes she is not alone. A shadow moves in the corner, revealing a figure from her childhood who was supposed to be dead, sparking a moment of pure cinematic shock. The music swells into a crescendo of violins as the realization hits her that her entire life has been a carefully constructed lie, orchestrated by those she called family. Back at the office, the confrontation reaches its boiling point when Chihan pulls out a hidden recording that proved Hakan was the one who sabotaged the shipment, turning the hunters into the hunted in a split second. The power dynamic shifts violently as Hakan's confidence crumbles, realizing he has walked straight into a trap designed months in advance by a mastermind he underestimated. This 20-minute roller coaster of emotions, betrayals, and shocking revelations sets the stage for a war where no one is safe, and the lines between hero and villain are completely blurred. As the screen fades to a dramatic black with the sound of a single heartbeat echoing, the stakes have never been higher for our protagonists, who must now choose between their hearts and their survival. To stay updated with every twist and turn of this gripping saga, and to see what happens next in the upcoming episodes, make sure to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and leave a comment below with your theories on who the real traitor is, as your support keeps us going, and we love hearing from you. High-stakes flow of desperation, and calculated revenge as Chihan steps closer to Hakan, the sound of his leather shoes echoing against the cold marble floor like a countdown to his rival's downfall, while Hakan frantically reaches for his phone, only to find that his signal has been jammed, and his security detail has been mysteriously replaced by men who no longer take his orders. Outside the office window, the city lights seem to blur as a sudden storm begins to lash against the glass, mirroring the chaos within the room where Chihan reveals that he has known about the sabotage for months and has been playing a long game to strip Hakan of every asset, every ally, and every shred of dignity he possesses. Meanwhile, Layla stands frozen in the hospital corridor as the shadow steps into the light, revealing her long-lost brother, who was presumed dead in the fire 10 years ago. His face scarred, but his eyes burning with a recognition that shatters Ela's world and forces her to question if her father was the hero she thought, or the monster who started the fire to hide his own crimes. The scene cuts back and forth between the cold intellectual warfare in the office and the raw emotional breakdown in the hospital, as Hakan tries to bargain for his life by offering Chihan the location of the original deeds to the family estate. But Chihan only laughs a hollow, joyless laugh and tells him that the deeds were burned this morning, along with Hakan's reputation in the press. As the clock on the wall strikes midnight, a group of federal agents burst through the doors, led by an informant no one saw coming, placing Hakan under arrest for a string of financial crimes that trace back to the very folder he threw on the desk earlier, proving that his own arrogance was his ultimate undoing. Ela's brother hands her a small rusted key and tells her it opens a locker at the old train station, containing the final piece of the puzzle that will either save Chihan or destroy him forever, leaving her torn between her blood and the man she has come to love despite his darkness. The episode culminates in a montage of sirens, heavy rain, and the hollow gaze of Hakan as he is led away in handcuffs, while Chihan stands alone in the dark office, finally victorious.